Okay, fam, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so we're going to get in here with this next skit with Amber and her attorney. And I am very concerned about this title. Y'all already know how I feel about this attorney of Amber's. Don't like her at all. I don't know how credible she is in the state of Georgia, how many cases she won, how many settlements she's been successful with for her client. But I know two who she don't seem to be. And that's Ernestine, and Amber is not looking too good right now. I don't know what Amber may get out of this divorce if she gets divorced at all. However, the process in which Candace is moving and not going over the proper legal procedures that she should be going through to push this case forward is very concerning to me. Now here is yet another concern. When Anthony and Amber's attorney have a heated discussion, why are you talking to Anthony? Let me say this. As someone who works in law and has worked in law for over 30 years, and I'm with the public defender's office, and our attorneys represent clients who are minors and their parents, because it's with law guardian for abuse and neglect. If those parents have concerns, because many times they call our office, we direct them, either myself as legal assistant or my attorneys will redirect them to their attorney. Parents have their own representation, they have their own clients, or they have private attorneys. You are to go to your attorneys, period. You are not to, speak to your child's law guardian, your child's attorney. You don't do that. You voice your concerns to your attorney. Your attorney will in turn contact your child's attorney, and they will have a dialogue. And that's how it's supposed to be. Why Constance is talking to Anthony in a heated discussion is totally improper. Now, if he was pro se and which means he represents himself, then fine. However, he has an attorney, Constance. Why are you getting in a heated argument with him? Please tell me. Let's find out.
Thank you again. You're welcome. I apologize for all of this. This has been an emotional roller coaster.
I understand.
I'm gonna head out.
Okay.
We'll be in touch.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Get home safe.
Okay.
Amber, you look good as always, girl. So you mean to tell me she's getting into a heated discussion with Anthony?
Hi, this is Constance. May I speak to Candace?
This is she. How are you?
Okay.
I'm good. I am Amber's attorney, and I wanted to talk to you about the case.
Okay.
Oh, sure. Nice to meet you.
You too. I want to talk to you, woman to woman, off the record, to see if there's something that we can do to settle this, because Amber, she's an emotional wreck, and I don't want her going through anything more than what she's already been through because of Anthony.
Okay. I'm fine with going off the record. I concur with that. However, I still have to advocate for my client.
That's right.
So I hear you about Amber's emotional state, but woman to woman, I still have a job to do myself.
That's right.
And I understand that. And as a woman and as a professional, I have a job to do as well. But I'm seeing what this is doing to my client. As a woman, I thought I could appeal to your woman's side.
Okay, you woman to woman, but at the end of the day, you two are women attorneys. And is she supposed to put down her professionalism and what's best that she has to do in advocating for her client because your client is an emotional wreck? Well, if she's an emotional wreck, let's move this forward. I would like to set up for a mediation. At the court, we get the schedule. We'll find out what date is available. Go through mediation with me, my client, and your client, and see how we can move forward on this matter. What you supposed to do? Talk your client into taking 50%? or 45%. Are you serious? No, y'all will sit down face to face with our clients. This is how it's done. And we would see what we can mediate with to come to a certain agreement so we can push this along where my client is satisfied and yours as well. If not, it's time for us to set up a hearing so we can get before a judge and settle this as soon as possible, because the settlement agreement that my client has, that I drafted for my client, your client does not, he's not happy with that, and this has been going on for far too long. So let us proceed with the right procedures. Girl, what this woman supposed to do? Ignore her client?
And we get some type of resolution sooner than later.
Well, as a woman, like I stated, if you want to send me an offer that is reasonable, I will certainly discuss it with my client.
That's what I mean.
I sent you an offer that is reasonable, which is the 50%. What you're stating,
wow,
you're implying that it was unreasonable, and unreasonable would be 80%.
Yeah, 80% is absolutely unreasonable. I think you're a little too personally aligned with Amber.
Thank you. That's it right there. They must have heard me and a couple other creators about in these reviews talking about Candace not doing her due diligence, or Anthony and just collecting the check, or Anthony attorney getting in here like, oh yes, I am doing my due diligence. Y'all ain't gonna talk about me. Y'all ain't gonna talk about me. But it is. What did I just say in the last review? You kikiing with Amber for months like she's your girlfriend, when she's your client, and you should be doing what you need to do to mediate and expedite this case as quickly as possible and start having some renegotiations going on, because her husband is not barging from the 50%. So y'all got to go take this further. And the lady said it, hit the nail on the head. That's what I said. This is not your girlfriend. Amber having a therapy session and crying and boo-hooing, and she like, oh, this is Constance. This is, I'm saying this as a woman, not as your attorney. No, you talk as an attorney. It's not your girlfriend, because now you taking this to a whole nother level, Constance. And at the end of the day, you got to keep that legal hat on and stick to the law and how and the legal process and how to do this effectively, efficiently, and best for your client. You ain't even advising her, right, when she talking about this relationship with Dave or whatever, and you taking this stuff in like, like none of this stuff is affected. I mean, the fact that Dave, even Anthony's attorney, to go on his to go with his attorney, she said the same thing. Amber having a man is not really, she don't think is that much of a detriment to her case. So that somewhat aligns with what Candace was saying. But Amber is not totally transparent. She got a man, but I don't know how transparent she is. Now it would say that Candace now knows Amber is staying with her man, because she told her he has a whole woman that he done moved in, and her child in the house. So Amber's not staying in there. She knows Amber's not staying. So evidently she don't have a problem with Amber staying with her man. So hey.
But are you presenting another offer?
The best thing I can say right now and remain professional is, yes, I am aligned personally and professionally, and I'm compassionate about fighting for Amber. The only reason I submitted 50% is because of Amber. Okay? Amber is due more than that. So
Amber is not due more than 50%. That is out of the question. Why don't you call me back when you have a little bit more professionalism in your offer? Seems too personal right now.
It is.
Candace?
No, the hell she didn't. I mean, Constance said, no, the hell she didn't hang up on me. Candace said, I absolutely did. I don't got time for this foolishness. Click. Candace said, I don't have time for the foolishness. This chick do not deserve my client's 50%. I'm sorry. Now, both of them have a right to argue for their client. Candace feels that she should. The attorney saying you taking this very personal. This woman is trying to stick to probably the law and what she's looked at when it comes to how long they were married and what, Anthony is worth and what have you. Taking all that into consideration, 50% is a lot to ask for in this short amount of time in this marriage. And, from the facts that she's gotten. Same thing with you, Candace. Now, my whole thing is, did she go through a similar situation? Something, and she's taking this to heart because it's something that she's been through, and maybe she didn't win in the best light, or she didn't get the best deal, and she wants to make sure Amber gets what she wants because she didn't. It is very personal. I don't know how Candace, why she's aligning in this way, because it's always like a girlfriend conversation when they meet, and it's always personal, like, he playing games, we ain't got time for this. And I'm wondering if Candace kind of went through something like this. She's not taking it in a professional manner. She does not stick by the law. She doesn't give Amber advice based on the law in the process with the court, and give her steps strategically on how they gonna move forward. She talking about, oh, Anthony, he being strategic. Anthony, he playing games. I got a strategic plan, but never says anything about what her plan is. Never says anything. And now this attorney is saying the same thing that I was thinking. This woman is too invested. Emotions, she's not advising Amber right. She's trying to fight for a lot of money, probably so her cut can be more, but Candace is just dragging this thing so she can get a check. And this woman said, call me when you ready to be serious, because this ain't it. They got to get before a judge right now. They got to mediate and go before a judge, because this back and forth. Why did they say she got into a heated argument with Anthony? That's not even the case. Got me saying all that for nothing. Oh, you got in a heated discussion with Anthony's attorney, which you should. Y'all worded this right. Stop messing up with the title just so we could think it's something crazy going on. You don't need clickbait. The people is watching. The people is watching. You will get clicks. Trust and believe with these skits. You don't got to go through these false titles to try to make sure somebody, they getting ready to do something. The lady going over on Amber. And then we're going to start off incorrectly with the information. I gave you all that for nothing. But it was still to educate you on how the system should be. In case you in that situation, don't have nobody's attorney calling you, trying to intimidate you. If you have a counsel or what have you, you tell your counsel what this person is doing and you direct them to your attorney. Don't let them call you and try to scare you to try to tell you something outside of speaking with your counselor. Okay? So that's a side tip in case anybody's ever before an attorney for any type of case. Because I thought I was saying this because this woman was out of pocket, but that wasn't the case. Okay, at least they knew better. She knew better not to talk to Anthony personally. This is wild. What y'all think about this and what Anthony attorney had to say? And do you think Candace is taking this too personal? She's not sticking by the law and representing Amber as she should as an attorney more professionally, or you think she's too loose and too friendly with her? Let me know what you think. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Peace, and we out.